Hi folks, I'm going to take you through a very simple process to get your photo paths and ID photo paths into your admin records, or into the main table in bulk, en masse, so that you don't have to go in and enter the path individually for each learner. See, there's your ID photo path. I think I actually had some ID photos in here. I was adding a few records before that. So basically, excuse me, basically, and this is very simple, don't be alarmed by the fact that we're going to create a query here. Just follow exactly what I do, and you'll be fine. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is create and then choose query design. And then quite simply, I'm going to look for the main table and add the main table. Okay, you can take this property sheet away on the left if it comes up. Now the first thing we're going to do is put the admin number in. And then, of course, I'm going to put the, we can just do it from here, a field called photo. Okay, and another field called ID photo. Should pick it up as you type it. Right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this this ID photo to the left, and we'll deal with them. We'll deal with it to the right. We'll deal with them separately, one at a time. I'm just going to move that to there. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to create this path to each individual ID photo. So we know, for instance, okay, in my case, they're quite simply saved in my CISOF folder, and I've got a folder here called photo samples. For yours to permeate throughout the school, you really want your photo folder on the server. Alright, so maybe you have an S drive and you've got a folder in there called photos, and you can even have subfolders in there. So I've got photos here. Now the photos, you will notice, are saved as adminnumber.jpg. Okay, so we are basically going to create that file path and add the adminnumber.jpg, and I'll show you exactly how we're going to do that now. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is copy that, because we're going to hard code that straight in here. So let's just first create a thing here, an alias. Okay, it doesn't matter what you call it, because we're just going to simply copy and paste it into the photo field. So let's call it photo path. Alright. Okay, now it's always best to right click on this and then choose zoom, and that way you can see, have a better picture of what you're actually writing here. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to first of all tell it that we want to put exactly the path in that we just copied from our photo path, and that's a text. What we're doing is we're adding string values, so that's text, and you denote text by putting double inverted commas in. So, and then I'm going to press Control V to paste. Alright, and then I'm going to add a backslash, okay, because we're going to tell it what to look for inside. Backslash means inside, remember. So now I'm going to add, now where's the variable comes, this is where the variable comes in, because everybody's photo is in the same location, in my case CISOF photo sample, but now we want it to look for each and individual admin number. So now we just simply reference the field called admin number, right? There's a space there, remember. But now we want to tell it in that path that it must be .jpg. So again, it's always going to be .jpg, so we're going to hard code that in, and therefore we're going to enclose it in text quotation. So we go .jpg. And it's not absolutely essential that you understand exactly what I'm saying, folks. You can simply copy exactly what I'm doing. Of course, though, putting your pathway to your photos in and not mine. Okay, so now I'm going to say OK. Alright, so now when I click away from that, and I actually click on Home, and then View, and then Datasheet View, you can see I've actually created my path. There's the learner's admin number, and there's the variable admin number for each path. Right, so now what we want to do is we want to put that into the photo path field. Okay, so quite simply, we highlight this column, right click on the highlighted bit, choose copy, highlight the photo column, right click on that, and choose paste. And now we have photo paths for each and every single one of our learners, hard coded in variable to each admin number. Right, let's do exactly the same thing for the ID number photo. So we go back to, if it moans about copying a large amount of data, you've already pasted it, so you can say no. So now we're going to say ID photo path, ID, create the alias, photo path, okay, and let's right click on that. If I could find my mouse, just jumping all over the place. Right click on that. Oh, if you click like that and the zoom is grayed out, just do it again. It just sometimes happens. And right click and choose zoom. Right, now we're essentially going to do the same thing. Now let's just go back to our folder at the bottom. We had our photo samples. Now we want to look at the, when I say ID photo, it's the photo of the ID book, remember. Okay, which is pretty handy, because actually by law you're supposed to have copies of their ID books and or birth certificates. You could save a picture of a birth certificate in here and call it admin.jpg, and that's what it will reflect. In fact, you could save a picture of a dinosaur in there and call it admin.jpg, and that's what it would reflect. So, but obviously that would be nonsensical. Right, so we copy that path. Alright, so now that part of the path is the same for everyone, so we hard code that and we paste it in there. And then we put the backslash because we want to say what's inside there. And now we add the variable, which we know is admin number. And we go admin number. And please excuse my one finger typing. Got a few things going on at once. Then we put the remainder of the hard code in, which is .jpg, and we enclose that, and we say OK. And once again, if we run this, you will see that the ID photo path is in there. We copy that and we paste it. Okay, now you don't need to save this query. This query was, we just simply created this so that we could put the photo path and ID photo path in on batch, and now we've done that. So now in the main table, if you went to the photo field or the ID photo field, you would indeed see a path. So when you ask you to save, you can say no. If it asks you if you want to keep all the data on the clipboard, you can say no because we've already pasted it in. Now if I was to go to admin records, photo specifics, you would see that everyone has a path. If I went to the second record, you would see that everyone, okay, these kids, these admin numbers don't have a photo, and that's what's cool. It's not going to moan at you if the child doesn't have a photo. It's just going to come up as blank. once you do enter a photo in, I do believe we did have some, just got to scroll to there we go. Alright, and the ID photo, we obviously don't have space to have it come up, but there you can see now the ID photos come up. Right folks, if you have any hassles, let us know, but if you follow my instructions exactly, it's really not too difficult. Obviously this first of all hinges on your IT or whoever's responsible for it to capture your to take photographs and save them in a photo location as admin_number.jpg. Alright, and this technique we're actually going to use a lot. This is the same for communication tool with parents, where we send reports to parents. We get front office to save reports to a certain location called admin_number.pdf, and the location is reports, and then we get the email program to point at that location, and it loops through each admin number, attaches it to the email, and sends it to the parents. I've already done statements with the school, statements from the accounting side, and I'm going to look at expanding that across the board. We can do parent details and all kinds of basically we're turning front office into a communication tool, which has been a long time goal of ours. Thanks folks, keep well, bye.